Alright, friends, I just have to make sure that this is working audio visual wise on YouTube because you just gotta make sure, you know? Alright. It is working. Alright, let's make sure we are. I'm gonna turn this down just a little. No, I'm not. I'm gonna turn it down in my ear. There we go. Alright. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, sorry, sometimes my face freezes on YouTube and I need to make sure that it's not actually frozen. Welcome back. We are back with Pokemon Emerald. We're doing a Nuzlocke run. The time is currently 14 hours. That's not real. I've been speeding things up. But yeah, we are doing well. Last episode, we beat our rival, the rival battle that usually ends people's Nuzlockes here on Emerald. And we beat Gym 3. So all in all, we're doing pretty good. We did lose a few. I'll go ahead and take a look at the graveyard. But we did lose a few. Sadly, we lost Silcoon, which, sad. We liked him. We lost Splishy, which was a dumb sacrifice. I thought I read things right, and I didn't, and that's just on me. And then Keith, he really did his best. And then we did go ahead. I wanted to make sure we had a decent team, so I did catch Savior, the new Mel, so that's nice. Well, this is sad. I thought I had saved. Alright, well, that's fine. We did catch Savior, the new Mel, so that's good. And then we have a decent team comp. There's a few in here that are redundant, but that's okay. I was going to say, I spent 45 minutes grinding up so we wouldn't have to grind up for the beginning, but apparently I forgot to save that grinding session. So that's 45 minutes of my life that's gone, but that's okay. But we'd gotten everybody to level 20 except for Bert. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and just get going on that now. I should have a bike, right? So we'll get everybody... Yeah, we do have a bike. We'll get everybody going a little bit. And then I'm going to... Yeah, we're gonna... sorry. We're gonna go up here for a bit. I'm going to fight a couple trainers up here, and then once we get a few levels on everybody, I will go ahead and take some time and do the bike route, basically. So we'll go ahead and get started with this, though. I did spend 45 minutes grinding a little bit so that we wouldn't have to grind it all, but that's fine. I think we're in a decent spot. Savior's at 17. Very nice. by the way, the level cap is 29 now. So that's where my that's all I can do, but I'm not going to get anywhere close for a while. And mainly I want to get Savior and Squidward up, because they're the ones that are going to actually be viable in the next one. Because the next one is a fire type gem, it's Flannery. There's level 18. Probably get Savior to level 20 and then try to get everybody else on my team to 20 is kind of my goal. Once I'm at 20, then I'll be balanced enough that we can actually train for real. I don't have to worry about switch training or anything like that. Very nice. Level 24, and I get Mega Drain, which is my best grass type move on the team, even with a grass type starter. So maybe Cascoon can be my starter. I love Sceptile, I do, but Sceptile's so weak. Alright, let me run back. Heal up, and then keep going. We're just gonna go ahead and finish these off. I wish I had a ground type move on Savior, but not for a bit. And that's okay. I have extra room to get more levels here. If I do all the grinding now, I don't have to do it later. We're finally at the point of the game where you'll generally keep up, so long as I don't keep losing Pokemon. Which I'm sure I will. Don't really have anything good here, but that's fine. It's a ground type, so grass is grass. Yeah, my coverage moves are pretty bad. I might actually go down the mountain a bit and train up just a tad, because not having anything for this is not ideal, I suppose. I don't want to go into the cave without having everybody at like level 20 or so. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to go in the cave yet. I'm not ready. And I did already catch something in that patch. I caught the Numel in that patch, so I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'm going to grind for a bit. I was hoping to spare you guys from that, but apparently I just simply didn't save. And that is sad, because I did specifically take the time to grind out everybody to level 20, so I didn't have to do it now. But that's okay. We're gonna be okay. And we'll do it faster this time. Okay, so to save everybody's livelihood and life, I'm going to be fast forwarding here. So I'm going to go ahead and get Saber to 20, and then I'll start getting everybody else. I wasn't watching. That makes me freaking sad. That's the whole reason why I did this in the first place off stream, so I wasn't rushing it. Alright. Run away. No, run away. Alright. This is what I get for rushing and whatnot. I guess Savior's just done. Alright, that really is stupid. If I had saved last time, I wouldn't have lost anybody, and this isn't real. Ah. Alright. Sorry, buddy. This is what I get for being an idiot. Alright, I don't want any of them. I guess Cornchip will be good for the next gym, but he's level 3. Alright, we gotta take this slower. I was stupid. Alright, let's get everybody else leveled up. I don't want to talk, Dylan. I'm done. I lost 40 minutes of my life, and then I just lost the Pokemon that I was most excited about getting to use. And it's a Nuzlocke, and yeah, it's sad. It's sad, and I'm tired about it. All right. Okay, we're level 11 now. I don't want to talk to anybody. Can we please stop? I'm mad at myself right now, and it's the beginning of the stream. It's fine. I'm just stupid. Alright, Bert's level 12 now, so that's nice. I don't want to talk, Elliot. I don't want to talk to anybody. Probably win this. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna go up the cycling road. I don't know. My brain is fried apparently. And I just want to not have done what I did. You know? Wow. Good lord. No! Bert! I'm not here for this. Why am I doing so badly? Everybody. Come on, just end it. End it. I'm so far done. I'm so far done. My team sucks, and every time I get somewhere, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm frustrated. I was not in a good headspace before this, and I'm not in a good headspace now. All right, I get over. I'm done. I don't have any options anymore. There's nobody on my team that can fill the roles. What do you think, everybody? We've been here for 20 minutes. I lost 2 Pokemon to wild encounters. I don't think this exists. This just doesn't look great to me. There was no reason to lose these 2. I lost them to being in a bad headspace. I lost them to getting taken off guard that the save file that I had wasn't here. So I'm only gonna do this once, guys. I don't like doing it. I don't want to do it, but we're going to we're gonna use one reset because clearly I'm not in the right headspace to be here. Clearly that was not. I got taken off guard by the fact that my save that I had loaded up wasn't even here. Like, I had everybody to level 20 except for Bert. I was gonna let Bert evolve on screen. I had everybody else to level 20 or beyond, and I lost the save, and then I lose 2 of my party. No, that's not how this goes. We weren't in a good headspace. I will agree. We're in a better headspace now. So we are going to go ahead and use that better headspace rather than being stupid about it. So I know that's like not really. It's a Nuzlocke, and I get that that's not cool. And I need to live with my consequences, but I want to enjoy the game, and I don't want to be stupid. So that was my one reset that I'll ever give myself, and that's just because I was stupid, and I wasn't thinking, and I was really, really rushing. Trying to level everybody up. So I'll never do it again, and obviously since I've completely reset a couple of times, like completely wiped a couple of times, I think you guys know that I'm willing to grind this out, but that was too demoralizing, so we're here. And we're going to be much more careful now. Level 17. Hey man, yeah, I'm fine. I was just struggling there for a second. I had a little bit of a rough day today, and I lost a couple Pokemon to wild fights, so I re-rolled for the first time, and I'm not gonna do it again. But it's just I wasn't in a good headspace and I was rushing, so that's on me. I'm fine. I got really frustrated there for a bit. I'm still frustrated with myself and the fact that I let that happen, but I'm okay. Thanks, man. Yeah, it wasn't a great experience to go into, so. And I think the biggest thing, I had spent 45 minutes to an hour earlier this week grinding, so I wouldn't have to have the first hour just be grinding and whatnot. So whenever I tried to rush it, I immediately lost 2 Pokemon, and that wasn't good. So that's just how it goes. So just not in the greatest headspace right now, but we're gonna be okay. Yeah. I don't play. I haven't played Emerald in a long time, and I am rusty as crap too. So I've already wiped on this Nuzlocke challenge twice, and I'm pretty rusty. Um, but trying to transition to the channel into more variety. So now we're here. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much only play the 2 hours I'm streaming anymore. Uh, I was doing more back earlier, but work has been a lot lately, so I have been mostly not. Um, yeah, but I did pick up. What have I been playing? Oh, I got back into Dragon Ball Xenoverse on PS4, so that's been fun. That's a game where I don't have to think about anything. So, and then I will, once we finish this Pokemon run, I've got a few other games that I want to stream and actually make content for. But yeah, yeah, fair enough. I've been uh, I've been working. I work for a nonprofit. They want to grow all their own produce for their food pantry, but a lot of the last 3 months has just been design work. They had bought a kit, and the people who make the kit went under. And yeah, that just it's been a lot of design work trying to get them out of the hole. And yeah, seriously, Xenoverse 2, is it the greatest game in the world? No, not at all. But like, it's fun and it's scratching the Dragon Ball itch. I don't have a PS5, so I can't play the newest Budokai game. That's what I've been craving. But you know, you do what you got to do. And here we go. And I missed. Do one more. Why not? That won't do anything. I know, right? Yeah, it's really fun whenever you see that everybody's thinking the same thing as you. Um, my wife and I joke about it, the beacon going up whenever we go and get some fast food or something, and everybody else is there. Oof. I am not tanky that a level 17 did almost half my damage. Hey, you know, whatever gets us back into things, we gotta learn how to enjoy life somehow, right? Yeah, my brother-in-law has a pretty big backlog too, and I don't know how many games DP has in his backlog, but it is large. So anytime I see him playing one of his backlog games, it makes me happy. So I'm glad you're getting into your backlog, because yeah, I'm glad you're getting into your backlog, because anytime we can, it makes things nice. I tend to be a comfort gamer, so usually I'll just pick something I've already beaten and go ahead and just go through it again. But you know, I'm trying to do better. But I don't have new systems. I usually just inherit systems from my brother-in-law. So I don't know if I went all the way this way or not. I did not. Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. I don't know if you watched the channel while I was doing RuneScape content, but I was definitely setting myself up for failure most of those times. And honestly, I've set myself up for failure with this Nuzlocke, so that's fine. It gives me a chance to play Pokemon, and it gives me a chance to use Pokemon I don't usually use. So, here we are. Alright, I'm starting to get scared. I don't want to lose my savior. That's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I was really putting myself through hell with some of those. So I'm happy that I'm not doing that right this second. Alright. Well, that makes me feel a little bit nicer. Heal up, and then we're almost to 20 on him, so we can go ahead and pause on that one for now and move on to my next one, because I've let everybody get very weak after last week. I wish I had the time. I do, because I mean, it's a game I've been playing for as long as I've been playing video games, right? I wish I had the time to dedicate, but like, so many of them are putting in 1,000 hours of video, and I cannot. All right, that's right. I don't have anybody that can use cut. Who do I not care if I use cut for him? Crystal's a fun one. Go ahead. I mean, Crystal's a fun one to Nuzlocke for sure. Why is Squidward able to use cut? It's fine. I'll give it to him because he needs a normal type move. But why is he the one that can use cut? He doesn't have any arms. Well, that doesn't help me. Ooh. Sorry, buddy, you got shaken. Yeah, Nuzlocks are fun. It's just I'm not very good at this game, and I tend to like to rush things. They are. Squidward's about to get some love. He's gonna be probably the next one I train up a little bit. Maybe I'll give Bert some love. Alright. Savior, I know you can handle this, but last time I let you fight one of these you died. And I can't go back. Don't want you to have water types. Come on. Give me something I can kill. There we go. It's amazing that I can't one-shot something 8 levels lower than me. Yeah, I did a random starter, and I've wiped 3 times, and every time I've done the random starter, I got Trico. So I prefer Blaziken of the 3, but it wasn't my choice this time, and that's okay. Yeah, it totally was, because 3 times you'd think I would have gotten something else. And I like Sceptile a lot. It's just it's really hard in a Nuzlocke to get Trico all the way to Sceptile. Not a bulky Pokemon in the slightest. Not even close to bulky, but that's okay. He'll do fine. He'll level up here pretty soon, actually. I think he levels at... I don't know. I think it's 32 or something. I haven't checked. Sounds right to me. Yeah, I'm in a better headspace now to actually do it. I just needed to slow down and not try to rush into the next bit. All right. I think Bert is gonna get some love now. I love Squidward, and he's going to be terrifying here soon. But right now, he doesn't have any good attacking moves. Not that Bert does either, but Bert can go first. Alright, Veranda. I know Wally lives here somewhere. Does anybody give me anything? Does anybody have any items for me? Perhaps a free Pokemon. I'll take a gift Eevee. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad I'm keeping you company while you can work. I know you're on the loader, so be careful. Whatever you're working on. Yeah, where are you at? Sand is nice. Sand is a nice thing to be moving. Okay, South Georgia. Very good. Yeah, I just moved. I'm in Iowa now, but I'm from Florida, so I get heat lightning for sure. It gets warm down there. Okay, good. We always need more sand in the world. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy some bulk sand for the farm. They gave me like a bunch of fill clay to try to farm, and it doesn't drain water at all. Ooh, bull shark fishing, very fun. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of fishing. I did a lot of amateur herpetology though, so going around and picking up all the snakes. That's my jam. Very nice. Yeah, the Burmese python thing is sad because they make really, really good pets. They do, and I'm sad that they are as prevalent of an invasive species as they are. Yeah, Burmese are invasive. What happened is in the 90s, Hurricane Andrew hit a breeding facility and destroyed the breeding facility. So then a few thousand Burmese pythons were released into a very, very nice area of the Everglades, and then nature took its course, and now they're invasive because they have clutches of like 70 or 80 like babies. So yeah, they are insanely prolific, but they make fantastic pets. I've been trying to convince my wife to let me have a bigger snake, but I think she's okay with the one we have. But I wanna get a they're 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 a little bit they're endangered, so it's going to be harder for me to get one. But not a wild caught, a captive bred one, an eastern indigo snake. They get to be like 10 feet long and about as big around as like a really nice sized garden hose or like a donut. They're great. Uh, Well, Chihuahuas are great too, but yeah, it's a misnomer that all the invasives are, people releasing their pets. I try to educate as much as I can because yeah, there's obviously some of that, but a lot of it is actually breeding facilities that got hit by a hurricane at one point or another, rather than actual like bad pet owners. Because if you think about it, like a good sized Burmese python that runs you a few $100s. That's not really an investment you want to just throw away, if that makes sense. And most people don't. But yeah, I was sad in Florida because a lot of the reptiles I wanted to keep were on the ban list. Because they like you said, people think it's bad pet owners that are the cause for all the invasives, which it's part of it, but bad pet owners aren't the reason why tegus are invasive. And they're not the reason why Burmese pythons are invasive or anything like that. Alright. Ooh, vampire crabs. Vampire crabs are fun. They are a fun one to keep, for sure. I have a ground type now. Things are looking up in the world. I don't know whether it's got levitate. It does not. Good job, Bert. Good job getting to level 10. Yeah, that's how I try to live my life for sure, is always try to learn something and always try to teach something if you can, Don't be obnoxious about the last part, but life is about the journey, and it's about learning things, and it's about, just taking it. So and usually it's about taking it less seriously than we do. Very nice. That's a great favorite to have. Mine is Sand Slash, so I'm hoping that I go in the desert and grab one here, but it's unlikely. But if I can get it, I can get it. Unfortunately, the animal that's based on is a non-starter as far as pet ownership is concerned. But I would love a pangolin. If they weren't critically endangered and whatnot, I would. Thank you. Yeah, I used to work in zoos, and I'm sad that I never got to work with one because they are fantastic animals. Good job, Bert. Good job, Savior. Gaboon vipers are great. I gotta say, every animal's great, but gaboon vipers are just fun. They're massive, massive snakes. For being so like short, you know, they're just so thick. For the same reason I love the blood pythons. It's the same ecological niche, same shaped snake, but not venomous. Yeah, such a fun one. Probably my favorite of the vipers, though. It's basic, but I love Eastern Diamondbacks. I think they're some of the prettiest snakes there are. Yeah, absolutely. Lightning fast strike on the Gaboon Viper, but so chill. So chill. Although there is a morph of copperheads have a morph in the northwest that actually I might like more. Yeah, look up blood pythons. Look up blood. It's the same body shape as a Gaboon Viper, but like it's the length of a ball python, but it weighs like 30 pounds. They are thick. Yeah, we have those up here. Yeah, when I was down on the farm in Florida, we definitely... I was the only one that would move the rattlesnakes. Everybody else was like, well, they're too close. They have to get euthanized. But I was like, no. So I was the only one that was picking them up and moving them. Which probably isn't advised, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do, and I'd rather move them to the woods than anything else. I do need more practice riding, but I don't really like bikes in this game, so... And I chose the wrong bike. I like the acro bike better, for sure. Alright. So we are going to speed up a little bit since I'm now fighting wild Pokemon, but that's okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they are great eating. We ate all the ones we had to euthanize for sure. But yeah, if I could get away with just moving them to the forest, I certainly did. Alright. Did I miss any trainer encounters over here? I don't think I did. Those. Alright, I thought I'd missed something over here, but I did not, so that's fine. So... No, absolutely, no judgment at all about you did what you had to do. And there were certainly a couple that I had to because they were too close and they were nesting. So we had to get them out of the way because they were right next to a cabin. But when I could, I managed to move them. All right. So this is going to be. I think there's a couple down here that I don't think I did. Yeah. Ooh, that's not ideal. If I had quick attack, I'd do it. Sounds good. Lurk away. I will be here. Alright, we just punched a raccoon, so that's nice. So, I think I'm going to go to the cave in Dewford and train up the rest of the way so that I'm at least a little less likely to have an accidental death, because I'm not about to do that. But I'd like to get everybody leveled up a little bit more before I carry on, because some of my team's a little lower leveled. I've got 3 that are where I want them to be, but these 3 down here I need to finish leveling up. So even if it means switch training for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and do that here rather than up at the stuff closer to Mauville, because this will be faster one way or the other. And then once I get everybody to like 15 or so, I'll go back up. But just need everybody to be at least a little bit stronger before I go up there. And I will be speeding things up because that's what we gotta do. But that's okay. I will... I will be more careful this time, though. I'm not going to be stupid this time. I'll switch train for a bit because I mean I'm not gonna get very far if I don't. I have a lot of Pokemon that can certainly take a hit or two in this cave, and I have plenty of room in my top levels still because the level cap for the next gym is 29, so I certainly have some room to switch train. It's level 24 and I'm going to learn Mega Drain. Best grass type move that I have on my team right now, even though I have a grass type starter, so I don't want to know what that means about my my starter, but that's okay. Bird learns Bite, which is nice. So that's a move that'll actually do something rather than tackle. And it's same type of attack bonus, so that actually makes Bert able to be trained on his own. So we are going to go ahead and put Squidward out front, because Squidward's not going to be able to be trained on his own for quite some time. He just has very few attacking moves. Putting cut on him was a good move. Okay. We're not going against something that does actual real damage, so. I do not have the defenses on him to let him take any hits. I don't have any tankiness on this team right this second. Not until Numel evolves. And Abyss. Once the two of them evolve, then we'll have some better tankiness on the team. But for right now, everybody's pretty frail. Squidward got to level 12 and learned Constrict, which also isn't a great move, but that's okay. We're getting somewhere. Where? Who really knows, but somewhere. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and go back to the Pokemon Center, because as much as I want to train other people, we want to be healthy. Healthy is important. Alright, level 13 for Squiddy. Giving him cut was the best thing I could have done for him. We can do this. I'm not going to do a level 8 though. Could we? Yeah, probably, but I'm not going to risk it. I don't have the defenses for that. No, I've just been grinding. So. We got to level 14 though, so that's nice. We're not fighting level 10 Makuhita though. That'd be dumb. That'd be very dumb for him to do. Almost kill the Abras before they teleport away. I can probably do this. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. You can catch it. You can't use it. There's people who do like just say, yeah, you can catch it and use it. I'm of the mind, I really like the clause where if you've already caught that Pokemon and a shiny version of it comes up, you can switch them and replace them. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I don't know. Well, for me, I think it depends on the shiny. Because, like, if it's a shiny that I really, really like, then I'm going to catch it. If it's shiny I don't care about, I won't care. But you can certainly catch it as a trophy. I mean, you can catch as much as you want as trophies if you really want to. You just can't use them, and keeping them organized is hard, but so you're good to level 22, very nice. No, I don't need to switch. I should be able to fight this. And this should get me to level 15. It does, but sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's not one you like. Like, if I got a shiny Whimsmer, would I care? It's not a Pokemon that I'm really going to use, so I don't know how much it matters. Right, now we have Bite, so we can actually train him relatively easily. We're not doing that though. That's a death sentence waiting to happen. But yeah, I'll probably, for most shinies, I would catch it as a trophy, but I probably wouldn't use it. I think my first shiny was a Whimsmer too, honestly. You just get so many of them in the caves. So I don't want to fight Makuhitas. It's the one thing I don't really want to fight with him. Well, yeah, technically everybody's was red Gyarados, but... Ooh, a shiny Rattata would be fun. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't do a lot of shiny hunting, and the ones that I do, it's usually for favorite Pokemon. It's not really a, I want this shiny to have a shiny. It's mostly, I really like this Pokemon, and its shiny is really nice. Alright, there's 25 for Cascoon. And I think we're gonna switch out Bert for now. We're getting to the point where I can move on and go get better XP, but... Level 13. There's level 14, and I learned Sludge, which is really nice. That's gonna help. So now I can kill the Abras before they can do anything. Alright. We're gonna move on, I think. I think everybody's in the place where they can do enough damage to move on a little bit. Or, I mean, they'll get switch trained, but a little extra XP here and there is not a bad thing. Alright. I think I did all the fights here now, so. I did heal up, right? Yeah. Alright. So we're going to go back to Mauville, and we're going to go the slow way so we get some wild encounters. $15 for Abyss. We're doing fine with that one. Not my favorite Pokemon, but tanky as all get out, and that's all I want. You know, that's all I want in a Nuzlocke. Level 16. Alright, we can heal up and then we can keep going with this one. Closer stuff is probably right here, actually. So since I'm out of trainers for now until I go into the cave. Level 17. Yes, I'll absolutely learn Amnesia. I'm going to get rid of Poison Gas for Amnesia because I'm never going to use Poison Gas. It is 50% accurate. We don't use 50% accurate moves here. We're at level 18. Very nice. She levels up quick though. So let's switch to Bert and Squidward and get them some levels. Then once we're at least close to we will get somewhere. And there's level 15 for Bert. Alright, and goodbye Bert. Bert's gonna go away for a second and jeez. So much poison. Alright, I should have quite a few antidotes because I don't play around with this sort of thing. And then we will just go ahead and switch out Bert real quick. He did get a level, so that's nice. See if we can do the same for Squidward, and if we can, that would be great. We're not going to do it on a grass type, though. We can try. That'll work. Alright, and there's level 16 for Squidward. Alright, let's go heal up, but everybody got at least one level there, and that's all I can ask for, right? If we're grinding. So, yeah, we're getting everybody back up. I'm sad that we lost so much time, though. I literally had all of this done in preparation for today, and I did not save my game. So you get to watch me grind everybody to level 20 instead, which is fine. I'm sure you guys are fine with that. But I had tried to spare you so we could make some progress rather than just grinding. I'm still afraid of outages though, so we are not going to be doing that. I will say my rates for poisoning with poison sting are very nice on this guy. Squidward is a poison master. Right, and that is it for him, so we're going to switch him out for Bert. Welcome back. Alright, Bert. See if we can get Bert a level up here, and then we cannot. I know we can get you probably to level 20. She is a glutton for this sort of thing. Alright, there's level 19. Ooh, well that'll be the next one. How about that? Whenever I go in the cave, whatever I pick up in the cave, that'll be Ernie. How about that? I didn't even think Bert. It just looked like a Bert. I didn't even think about the fact that I was missing Ernie. Alright, and there's level 20 for Abyss. So, that's as far as I need to train her. She's certainly doing fine where she's at. So I'd like to get the other two at least a little bit closer. If I can get Bert to level 18, he will evolve. And then Squidward is Squidward. He's not the strongest of the in the bunch, but that's okay. To be fair, none of them are, but that's okay. We love him anyways. I think I live another one. Yeah. There we go. We leveled up, level 16. How's it going, Shadow? Mutt and Jeff is a good one, too. I also like Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's always a good choice. How's it going, Shadow? We are living the life of getting everybody to near 20. Because that's just how it goes. Squidward is now 17. Not gonna play this game. It is. It is. Sometimes it's not the most fun, but if you poison them, then it doesn't matter, does it? Alright, we are going to switch out because that's not where we want to be. We'll split the difference with Abyss, though. That's fine. Alright, and we probably should just go ahead and heal because these are the only two that I care about getting some levels on at this point. Very nice. Alright, and then, yeah, we're still... Right, yeah, Squidward needs 3 more levels. Bert only really needs 2 more, because once Bert hits 18 and evolves, it's basically the same as the extra 2 levels. Probably more like 3 or 4 in, as far as like stat increases. But we got to get there first. We're not going to play this game. Yeah, right? Squidward has been a poison master here. I think I've poisoned pretty much everything I've come across with Poison Sting. I think it's only supposed to be like a 20%. Alright. There's level 18 for Squidward. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to poison this often. It's definitely busted here. Alright. Switch to Bert. I'm gonna probably just be switch training Bert here. Dang it, I don't want to switch, but I'm gonna have to. No, I don't. I can use a potion. It's not gonna do 20, it's just gonna do like 8. So I can just potion up. Alright. Yeah, that was the right move. Yeah, Squidward is toxic. Truly toxic. Yeah. Had to think about that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and heal up. We're almost there, though. We are almost there. Just 2 more levels on Bert and maybe another level on Squidward, and then we're gonna go into the cave and we're gonna go into the cave up north and get going on some more trainer battles. But I wanted the team to be at least a little bit more equal than it has been since last gym, because I lost too many people. Alright. It's all fun and games when I'm poisoning them. I don't need Odor Sleuth. Yeah, Oddish is not I don't have a good answer to Oddish for the ones I'm training up. I do have a fire type on the team, so it could be... It's not the worst thing, but Oddish is definitely the thing that's most giving me pause here, right? Everything else is just damage. And half of it's not even really damage. like this. I'm going to potion up. He's howled too many times. Alright. Yeah, and at this point I don't even want to deal with Oddish because the back healing is so just makes it so long. Alright, Moonlight spam it is, huh? I do want to potion up because this is good XP. This is a good XP because it's a fully evolved Pokemon. So I will use potions on this one. Because look at all that. Alright. We'll bring Gek out, that's fine. We don't deal with Oddish. Squidward is fantastically strong for what he is. He's doing a good job. I wish he had a water type move. But that's about it. Alright, yeah, unfortunately I cannot. Alright, Bert grew to level 18. That was the goal. Because now we can do this. And we can have Bert be stronger. There we go. Bert is now stronger. Alright. So Bert is strong enough that we can we don't have to worry about him. Squidward's honestly strong enough we don't have to worry about him. I wish he had a water type move, but he does not yet, so that's fine. Sorry you're sleepy, man. That's night shift is great whenever it's great, but if you if it hits you, it hits you. It's way worse than the midday slump. Indeed, Bert is stronger. Alright, I have Pokeballs, right? Because I'm going into a new... Yeah, I have some Great Balls, that's fine. I'm going into a new area so I can catch something else, which is nice. It's probably going to be a Geodude. I would like it if it wasn't. Oh, hey, this is a Geodude, but I have already caught something in this area. So... Sorry. Already caught something on this route, so I cannot catch him. But I haven't caught anything in this specific cave. Let's see what we get. If anything. Hello? Where are all the wild Pokemon at? I already got one of those. I don't have one of these. We'll take it. There's no better Ernie than this Machop. Alright. Ooh, I don't like that, but that's okay. We're going to switch to something that can tank those. We're gonna go ahead and, yeah, unfortunately no Torkoal. That would have been a really nice one to have. But, as far as things named Ernie go, Machop is not a bad thing to be named Ernie. Alright. And since he got transferred, he is not poisoned. This is still the same route as the one before the cave, so technically this one I've already caught something on. Just gotta make sure you remember sometimes. Certainly will have an effect if I use it on the right one. Alright. Grab me some berries. And then I wouldn't mind doing this as a double battle if we can. Because that means I can cover Squidward with Cascoon, so that'll be nice. Ooh, okay, we need to double up on the new mill. Please don't use anything that I don't want you to use. That works. That's fine. Alright. I was worried, because it's a ground type, and I am a poison type. Machoke's great. I'm glad that they made Machoke pretty darn viable. Because otherwise, it would be really rough for those of us who didn't get to trade as kids. Alright. We're going to go ahead and double up into the Slugma because I don't really have good answers for fire types because unfortunately Squidward doesn't know how to use water even though it's one of his main types. That's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna kill me. Okay, well that's fine. Why didn't that do anything? That should have done a little bit more, I think. Good job, Squidward. You took that like crazy. Cascoon's at 26. Very nice. Yeah, you know, I mean, I've done that before where I've done that sort of challenge where nothing's fully evolved, but I don't prefer it. I'm not going to leave this Raspberry here. Why would I do something so sad? We're going to take all the berries. Alright, and this is Route 111. So that's a new route. Can't go this way without goggles, and I don't remember where the goggles are. Alright, and we're going to switch to not a water type here. Pretty easy choice. And now we're gonna switch into not a not a quad weakness. We don't do water types with Numel, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember when you got them, but I knew you just sort of got them, but I didn't remember when. But that makes sense. So, and that's good, because I would like to go in and see if I could get something fun. There are a lot of fun things that live in there. $27 for Nuzlocke. He's not participating in the Flannery battle, but that's okay. Alright, where are we at? We're doing okay? We're doing okay. Yes. Secret power. Yes, you do get an egg in the spring, and I will definitely be hatching an egg. No, you're right. You're right. I think you get it in the spring. We'll cut this down. We can rest in the little house here, and then keep on fighting. But Grandma wants to give us cookies, and I'm not going to let her not give us cookies. All right. Squidward, I think you can do this. You just have to poison it. Thank you. Good job, Squidward. Alright. Doesn't feel good, but that's probably the worst thing it can do to me is that wing attack. Yeah, Squidward's poison chances have been fantastic. Alright, that's that. And that's level 19. Squidward wants to learn acid. Who am I to stop Squidward from learning acid? We're gonna get rid of constrict. Alright, Squidward. I just need you to learn one water type move, perhaps. Because this is what I would want a water type move for. I don't really have anybody good for this. I need water types for that, but I will switch into... I'll switch into you, because I don't want to take a I don't want to take a magnitude trying to whittle him down. That hurts, but... Ooh, I don't like that I'm burned. Alright, well that means I'm just going to keep Mega Draining. If I need to switch out, I can switch out. That hurts, but I'm not going to die. This is why I need a water type move. I don't like that. Why are you using items? You're not supposed to use items. Only I'm supposed to use items. Alright. I can handle one more cycle. And then I'm going to have to switch out. But that's okay. And that's a critical hit, so it's fine. Alright. That's good for me. I'm happy with that. Go rest up at Grandma's house again, I suppose. Yeah, I could use a good water type. I lost Gyarados to the last gym, and I'm sad about that. But, you know... We'll rest out twice, just to make sure. She's just lonely. Alright. Everybody, I need your luck. Skarmory would be really nice. I know it's not going to be. Oh my gosh. Alright. We win. This isn't going to do a whole lot, but let's see if I can... Yeah, I can't poison it. Ooh, Peck does a lot. Okay, let's put in... Let's put you in. Peck's gonna hurt, but it's... should be fine to take one. If I can stun Spore. I'd like to stun Spore. Yeah, I can take another one. I'd like to catch this, please. Okay. Please. Yeah, I'm gonna have to damage it. That's fine. I've got something that can damage it and take some hits. That's really what I need. I don't really need your speed to rise. Okay. Ember won't kill you. And I should be able to catch you now that you are paralyzed and at half health with a Great Ball. Five more shots. There we go. Alright. What do we name the Skarmory? Anybody? Everybody? What are we naming this thing? Because, I don't want to think of a name. Any thoughts? Any questions? Going once. Going twice. Okay. We're going to name it... I feel like this one should have the name Happy. It looks very happy with the blades on its wings. Alright. We're happy about that, actually. That's a nice one. Alright, let's try to... Yeah, I think we're still good. Ooh, a trapinch. I would like one of these. This would be a nice one to get. Good work, Squidward. You can leave now. Bert, you're gonna clean this up. Good job, Bert. Ah, that was close. Alright. I suppose I will switch out. Good job surviving on 2 HP, buddy. Alright, we're almost done anyways. Alright. Let's go ahead and heal up. Alright, everybody. I think that's a good place to stop. We just made it to here. Is this Lava Ridge? I feel like it is. Foul Arbor. We just made it to Foul Arbor Town. We gotta fight Flannery here in a bit, but we're gonna do that next time. Team's looking pretty nice right now, and there's a Pokemon that I'll probably pull out after we get done with the Fire-type gym. Mostly we just need to get Squidward a Water-type move and get Savior leveled up. Between the two of them, I think we're going to do fine in the gym. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon.